Hello. Hello out there. Is there anybody out there? I have one comment here from someone who does not appreciate my efforts. And it seems like there's nobody else here at the minute, maybe. Unless you're just not in the chat. Well, anyway, it is... What day is it? It's Tuesday. Hey, BGPO. Hi, nice to see you. Well, somebody's here, and it's BGPO. So that's awesome. Yes, it's Tuesday afternoon. I have completely lost track of the days lately. And I'm starting to pack to move. Hello, nice to see you, Elizabeth. Glad you could make it. I'm starting to pack for my move, and everything is feeling very exciting. And I was thinking about, hi, random old lady. You're on the TV, had to grab my phone. That's okay. I just was wondering, actually, if like maybe people are sick of Lauren. Honestly, I feel like I am, but I also feel like it's. I also feel like our efforts are actually bearing fruit, even though on the surface it might not look like it. I do feel like we're getting to them. And I think that's important. Hi, Maureen O'Connell. Nice to see you. And also, I've never watched this, so I thought, I might as well. I couldn't watch it before because it was just too awful to watch. But now that I've got all you guys to watch it with, I feel like it might be a little bit better, a little bit easier to take. So I thought we could just do it in 1 hour bites. I can't really take much more than that. She's a lot. And so the picture on the screen there, I just wanted to share. Yeah, you asked me ages ago, random old lady. I know a couple of people asked me, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think I can face it, right? I just don't think I can face it. But yeah, that's just another one of my sister's sculptures, and you can see a couple of her little bird sculptures behind. I'm at my sister's house again today. Yeah, I think it is important to keep making people aware of how despicable they are. Somebody popped by earlier. I don't think you guys can see it, but I can see it here in StreamYard. Somebody popped by earlier to say, why does this continue with so much more important things going on? You ever hear of stress, mental health, and how you're not helping? So I did hear of stress and mental health. I didn't hear how I was not helping, but that's news to me. But I feel like I have more feedback of the positive variety, so I'm going to ignore that person. Yes, please hit the like button. Yes, I should say my thing. I have no credentials particularly. I'm not a psychologist. Hello, Lucia. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not anything but an ex-mechanic with an English degree. And I have some experience of toxic people. Yeah, they did. They caused a lot of damage to others. They really did. And they still are, right? I mean, we just watched what they did at CrimeCon to Christina again with the security harassing her, and they're harassing Mr. Breakfast, right? They're harassing Mr. Bright Breakfast with nuisance letters from lawyers and cease and desists, and making claims that he's stalking them and all the same shit, right? Because he is posting publicly available information. No BGPO. So that's what I was going to say. Sorry, this is my sister's artwork. My sister is a sculptor. She is my foster sister, and she is extremely talented. And her house is full of all of her beautiful art everywhere. And often when I come over, there's things have arrived that I haven't seen before. So that's a new one I hadn't seen before. So I just took a picture and thought I would share it with you guys. Hello, Phil for Dom Russo. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's cool. She's very talented. She's very, very talented. The kind of talent that just, I don't know, like I just don't understand how it even works, right? I did not see Andy's live. What was she talking about? I've been packing and busy today. Tell me about Andy. What was she talking about? She's good, Andy. She's like arrived on YouTube with a splash, and I think it's well deserved. She's thoughtful, she's intelligent, she's learned, and she's got opinions, and I am very appreciative of people with opinions. Yeah, they need to have the word stalking explained to them. They absolutely do. Hello, Brenda Kate. Nice to see everybody. So I was just sharing the picture of my sister's. I don't know how recent it is, but I haven't seen it before. her latest sculpture that is sitting upstairs that I haven't seen before. So I thought I'd share that. And then the other thing I wanted to share, we're going to do the live. We're going to do the 9-hour live. I'm going to do it. But I just wanted to share this for a second, not the video. This is Lauren's Mormon Stories podcast video, but I just came across it when I was looking for the other one. And it says, if the title of the video is Evil Changed Me, Lauren Matthias on true crime, journalism, and her Mormon faith. And I think that that's very interesting because it seems like she was already changed by evil before the moms came along and said mean things about Grayson on the internet, right? So again, just another example of these people saying whatever suits them in the moment, right? She wants to have a dramatic title for her. Well, it's Mormon Stories, put it up or whatever, right? But like, yeah, it's just that dramatic evil changed me. And that's why I'm this, world-renowned investigative journalist, because evil changed me and I felt the need to understand. And now she's over here saying that it was Mean Moms on YouTube talking about Grayson that ruined her, right? So, to be fair, the complaint did not name John. Which complaint? A random old lady. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Okay, you're telling me about Andy. Okay, let me see. Andy's thing, a complaint to the Night Nevada border psychologist about a podcaster that may not be honest about their credentials. To be fair, the complaint did not name John. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to watch it later. I'll catch up later. Anyway, I'm just saying, right? Lauren says whatever suits her, and before she said that evil changed her from, learning about all the evil of the evil crime committers. And now she's saying that Mean Moms on the internet talking about Grayson changed her. So I feel like weirdly nervous about starting this because I dislike Lauren so much. And I feel like it's going to be very hard to watch this. So I'm going to do my best. Yeah, her timing of doing the Mormon Story podcast with her other actions is a good detail. Yeah, because this was like in July, right? I think that she did this. Or was it? I can't remember now. I don't have This was posted in October, but when they did I don't know. But yes, it was all designed to get her out there, to get her story out there to the gems before the story about what she'd been up to broke. Absolutely, I believe that for sure, because he had been trying for a long time to get her on there. Thanks, PGPO. I'm glad you're here with me. It's not easy. She's not easy. Early July, she was there. Thank you, Marty Ross. Yeah, she was there in July. And so it was right around the time of all of this, right? And all the phone calls and all the phone calls to the police and the body cam and all that ugly shit. So she absolutely knew what she was doing, trying to get out ahead of she didn't know at this point that the 9-hour live was going to happen, right? But she was trying to get out ahead of the story. I absolutely believe that's true. So everybody do your self-care. Make sure you're sitting down. Make sure you're with a safe friend. And we will begin. Yeah, talk to Texas. I don't even know what the point of it is anymore. Honestly, Siri is worse than useless. Or whatever it is on the Apple phone. Anyway, okay, here we go. 9 hours, 8 minutes, and 35 seconds. We'll see if we can get through an hour. This is what prompted me to email John DeLynn, says Felicia O'Shields. What did you email John DeLynn about? Did you email him to tell him what a scumbag Lauren is? Because I do feel that that's important new information. Hey, here we go.
Hey, everyone. I've never been more nervous for a live.
I am a limited public figure. Immediately comes to mind.
In my entire life, and I've done a lot of.
Oh, are you, Felicia? Oh, good. Something to look forward to. I feel like I am going to learn a lot of stuff, a lot of the little in jokes and stuff by watching this, because there's a lot of stuff that I never watched it. I just learned about the LIZ thing yesterday from watching part of Jay, I think. I can't remember, but yes. On we go. Here we go.
Lives or a show in my entire life. And this is not a live or a show that I ever wanted to do or ever thought I would have to do.
I just want to go play Olap now. Like, I'm already bored. I just want to listen to Olap singing the limited public figure song.
And this has been ongoing for months, what I have been dealing with. This is not drama. Hidden True Crime doesn't get involved in drama. We stay very clear from that. And those of you that know us know that.
No, they don't. No, the people that know you know that that's a straight up lie. Your hidden gems might believe you, but they don't really know you. They just know your little carefully, you know. What is the word? My brain always makes me forget words now. Choreographed? You know never mind. Her image.
So I hope that nobody calls this drama ever again.
I'm calling it drama. What do you say? Is it drama? I'm doing a poll. I feel like I need to do a poll. You see, I'm never going to get through this because I dislike Lauren so much that I don't think I can honestly listen to her. I will try. Where's the poll? Start a poll. Is this drama? Here we go, people. I'm counting on you. Okay, back to Lauren. Sorry, here we go.
In fact, it's so real life what has been going on with my family and with me for months.
Where is your family? She has a family. Where is she on her family? Curated, thank you, Brenda.
That I decided to go to where I felt would protect me.
I mean, you know what? That might be actually true. She went to where she could cover her ass and be protected from the consequences of her own behavior. I think that's true. So the whole thing isn't a lie. So good to know.
And that was the courts
Oh,
and legal.
The courts and legal.
And I filed a civil stalking injunction because
Oh,
what was happening to me and my family met Utah's civil stalking injunction code. The stalker was in Utah.
The stalker was in Utah.
And it was very clear to me that that was the step that I should take.
I think that the stalker always assumed that I'm using quotations around stalker. I think she's in Utah now, actually. So pretty scary.
Take.
Hey, Gen X.
And I was granted a temporary civil stalking injunction after I filed my evidence and my exhibits before the judge.
Right? Her evidence and her exhibits that we all now know she manufactured. And we also have learned, a lot of us have learned, that you only need evidence from one side to get a civil stalking injunction. So lest we forget.
That was served. And my stalker was served.
This absolutely, Felicia. Elizabeth, this is drama. That's what, this is, if there's any confusion about the poll, we're wondering if this business with Lauren right here doing this, is this drama?
Temporary civil stalking injunction. Thank God. And the next step.
Thank God.
To that, after filing.
My God, just say it all in one go. I'm going to just do it. You can do it, Lauren. Just say it all in one go. Just one whole sentence. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Civil stalking injunction is to hope to make it permanent.
Oh, she did. Look at that.
And that was going to be on Thursday.
It was.
And then do you know what happened?
Well, she characterizes it, Megan does this as well. They characterize it as the hearing to make the stalking injunction permanent, but in fact, it was an evidentiary hearing to decide whether they needed a stalking injunction at all. So I know you all know that, but I still think we have to refute her every time she lies.
Happened? Somehow, someone decided to let law and crime.
Literally one word at a time. She can't even fucking get it out. Research done by another channel also seemed to show that her family was having more legal problems when she had this breakdown. Her dad has done time for financial crimes. Yeah, her family is a whole other deep dive. I think Docket Decoder has done some work on their family. Has he? Am I right? Somebody remind me. And also maybe Hella. Some of us, like me, watched the whole 9 hours and believed for a little while. I have trouble sleeping. That's 9 hours to listen. Yeah. I mean, I know people did, and lots of people learned and things changed. And that's great. I mean, unless you have had experience of being duped by someone like this, you don't immediately go to she's lying, right? It's very normal I'm not surprised that a lot of people believed her, and that's why she did it, right?
Crime know about my civil stalking injunction. And law and crime decided that they deserved to have cameras in the courtroom while I am explaining what my family has been going through for months. The law and crime, I don't know, is it a...
I mean, are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? This is very upsetting. Are you guys okay? Suma, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for the memberships. I appreciate that so much. Let's go. Hot Ham Radio. Carolyn Breeding, nice to see you. Yes, she's amazing, eh? This is intense. No wonder I didn't even get through 2 minutes. Where are we now? Right, 3:17. Yeah, I never got this far the first time around. Who can listen to this?
Slow True Crime Month. They thought that my family's pain should be live streamed.
I mean, that is probably the most tone deaf thing that she says in the whole entire thing, right? And like the fact that people didn't pick up on that right from the beginning is a little bit alarming to me, because her entire fame and fortune on the interwebs has to do with sticking her microphone right in the face of grieving family members. I mean, I know you all know that, but again, we can't let it go by. So she's posted up the request and order for electronic media coverage of court proceedings. Oh my God, it's so upsetting. It's the Law and Crime Trial Network. And sign here. I can't read that signature, but yeah, look at her face. Oh God, does she remain outraged for the whole 9 hours? Because my God, exhausting. Listening from Australia, and what? Opinionated woman. I'm waiting for an opinion. Lauren is the queen of pain exploitation. I mean, literally, right? I am so glad you're here, Suma. It's lovely to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you for ages. Not about to miss this one. Yeah. I mean, literally, I don't know how long we're going to get. We've made it 3.5 minutes, and I can't stop talking because she's so annoying. It's just easier and more fun to talk to you guys.
On their trial channel.
On the trial channel?
I'm a limited public...
She's the limited public what?
Figure.
Oh, figure.
I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel.
She's not an investigative journalist. She's just a mom with a YouTube channel, you guys. Just a mom with a YouTube channel.
And yes, I've become a limited public figure.
Yes.
I'm not Johnny Depp.
What about it? I'm not Brad Pitt.
I'm not Amber Heard. I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow.
She's got a lot in common with Amber Heard, though. I mean, you got to admit, right? You could put them in a room together and it might be hard to tell them apart. So, just saying. They're both about as likable as a a pregnant scorpion that you've just unearthed from her hidey hole. So, and Lowen is a liar. She's a liar. She's a big fat liar.
Oh, I am a mother trying to protect my family and my little boy.
Little boy. Oh my goodness, very sad. I am so sad. Very sad. Oh, her little boy. Oh no.
And I am a journalist who has never, ever in my life
Never ever
heard of anyone streaming a civil stalking injunction.
Oh no. Oh, here comes the super chats. Oh no, it's Troublemaker Baker. Aw, so nice to see you, Troublemaker. When has Law and Crime ever streamed a hearing about a stalker? Well, I mean, there's a first time for everything. And also, Lauren is the queen of true crime. So I do feel that Law and Crime has a legitimate interest. That poor kid. Thank you, Lucia.
Ever. It is not something you do. And why?
I don't know, Lauren. Are you going to explain why? I think they do. There you go, HMS Gen X lady. They just streamed Turtle Boy's civil issues. So yeah, they do. They do. I've heard this from multiple people.
Because it's someone that is being abused, that is attempting to escape something dangerous.
Or it's somebody like Lauren who's telling Porkies to try to evade the consequences of her actions. So that's why they don't just give you a permanent civil stalking injunction. That's why they have an evidentiary hearing. So Lauren is here to teach you things that are not true. So I feel like we need to counter her lies with the truth. With the truth. And I mean, these tears and that face that she's got on right there, I honestly think that those are still in reaction to the judge, right? I think she was absolutely that, when the judge said that she was using the courts to shut people up and stuff. I mean, she might have brazened it out if Law and Crime hadn't put in their thing, but I think that would have put a scare up, or it certainly would have put a scare up me if I was trying to pull off what she was trying to pull off. Hello, Carolina Hurtado. Nice to see you.
I never wanted to do this live.
No, she was hoping Christina would be in prison and she wouldn't have to. So unfair. So unfair.
But because of what Law and Crime did.
Because of what Lauren did.
I had to dismiss my civil stalking injunction.
Civil stalking.
Because I am never, ever going to let my child's mental health.
I can barely stand it now. Brenda K. Buckman says, I'm so glad that I never watched this by myself. It would have sent me to the booby hatch. I can barely stand it now. Honestly, the only way I can stand it is literally by stopping 3 or 4 times in each sentence. She is so awful and so over the top. And the fact that she leaves it up, I mean, talk about lack of self-awareness. It is wild to me that she still is like proud of this in some way and thinks that she thinks that, I mean, I guess people do believe her. It's just so crazy to me to think that people actually believe this and people are still on her side and think that Christina's a stalker. I can't get my head around that.
Be live streamed for entertainment. And I find...
What, are you fucking serious? Look at her stupid face. This is the woman who had her microphone shoved so far in Larry's face when he was absolutely experiencing devastating grief about the loss of his grandson. I just can't. I cannot with this person telling us she gives a shit about victims. She has Sam Bateman's victims in her clutches now. Those girls are like 20 something, and she's got a hold of them.
It disgusting.
And Grayson is helping. Disgusting. Disgusting, of course, not disgusting, because Lauren.
That anyone would want to do that to me or my family. A civil.
My family. My family. Yeah, it's not personal, Lauren. Or maybe it is, and you deserve it. Just saying.
Stalking injunction. My 8-year-old's mental health is not your entertainment.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have wrecked his mental health with your stupid overwrought presentation in the first place. Or, we could go further back, and you shouldn't have said all the stupid shit you said about all the people that you said it about, and you shouldn't have tried to wreck people's careers and give away their books, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, ad nauseum, right? This woman spent a couple of years trying to get everybody to hate Janice behind the scenes because she dated Janice's brother. And Janice had, knew the truth about her. So this is who we're dealing with. She's been lying and manipulating and cheating and screwing people over as long as she has been, able to do so. I mean, once she hit the age of reason, look out. Hi, Faye.
I wanted to keep this.
I'm not sure if you know Faye, but Lauren is very upset. She's very upset. She is very upset. She has a stalker, and it's very upsetting.
Private. I wanted to keep my pain and the bullying and the abuse and the harassment and the defamation and the pain that I have been dealing with behind the scenes for months.
You can't actually be defamed behind the scenes, Lauren, you dummy. Nice try, though.
I wanted to keep it private.
She wanted to keep it private. She didn't want to keep all of her opinions private leading up to this. So all the ones that she spread all over the interwebs about everybody. Remember? About Crush's broken brain? Right? And about Summer and the Coxes and all the people. Everybody. Nate Eaton. Everybody. She didn't want to keep that private. There's that meme of the guy going, it's like, it says me sowing, and it's a guy like, ha ha ha, and he's like sowing his seeds, and then later, he's reaping the consequences of his terrible behavior, and he's like, what the fuck, what the fuck, right? And it's like, this is Lauren, exactly. She does not want to accept the consequences of her actions. And that is a real indicator of the fact that she has not grown up, right? This is an adolescent, even pre-adolescent type of trying to get out of what you've done. And it tells you every single thing that you need to know about her.
Not live streamed to millions of people watching Law and Crime.
Millions of people don't give a shit about you, Lauren.
And so,
is that enough tears? Was that enough tears? Why didn't she have a Kleenex? We're gonna have to watch her wiping snot.
If Law and Crime thinks that my family's pain and emotional turmoil is worthy to be on their channel, that they're going to be pool, which means they can share it to all media platforms. This is just for everybody.
It is.
Then I'm going to take back my narrative.
Oh, here we go. She's taking back her narrative. This is her favorite part. I am not a fan of the snot wiping. Not a fan of that. Well, I just wanted to comment on what Gia says here. She says, I thought, I assume that's a she, sorry. I assume everyone's she. I thought she was a good person years ago. And that's one of the things that bugs me about these people is that they do that to good people, right? They make people feel bad for being decent people and not assuming that other people are up to these crazy things, right? So it's like it's not just she didn't just victimize Christina and Janice and everybody else and all the people that she victimized through all this nonsense and Kay and Larry and Kresha and all the victims and Summer and the Cox family and all of that. She's victimized the people that believed in her who now feel like they did something wrong by believing in her, that it's some fault of theirs. It just infuriates me.
And I'm going to own my narrative.
She owns it.
And I'm going to tell you everything.
Won't tell us everything
tonight.
Well, she's not going to tell us everything. She's going to tell us a very carefully crafted narrative that makes it appear as though Lauren is the victim and Christina is a nasty, vicious stalker. So just to say, she's not going to tell us much.
We're going to go through every filing. We're going to go.
I mean, that just sounds like a threat. I find it so hard to imagine people were watching this going, oh, I'm just going to sit and watch. I mean, unless somebody in the chat was saying they had insomnia. So, I mean, I can sort of get, I don't know. I don't know. I just find her so offensive. Yeah, she cherry-picked everything. Yes. Yes, she did. She crafted a narrative. I'm taking back my narrative, right? Suma Loudmouth says, I'm always struck by how self-conscious she is. Then she does shit like this, self-conscious about all the wrong things. But let's get back to Brad Pitt. Yeah. And now she's in Ohio. Will she go after a victim or a juror? She's I think she's gonna go after the accused. No? Isn't it kind of universally thought that the accused was psychotic at the time and that it was not first degree murder? That's if that's the right case, right? My thumbs up is not showing, only the thumbs down. So here you go, Betty. Thumbs up. Thanks, Debbie. That's nice. Yeah, right? That's the one, right? Yeah. She'll go after whoever she can. Yes, of course. But I think ideally she would love to get an interview with the actual accused too. I haven't been watching that at all. I've just seen a little bit, but it seems like just from the opening statements alone that the defense is on fire. So just saying, I don't know for sure, but that's what I've heard. Yeah.
We're going to go through a lot. So get ready. My hand has been forced. I am very uncomfortable.
Right. The passive construction, right? Her hand has been forced. Poor old Lauren. Mysterious forces of law and crime. Very mysterious.
Both sitting here. But the reason and where I have found my bravery to do this.
Bravery, she found her bravery.
Was really.
She found her bravery. Where did you think she found it? Was it like behind the couch? Under the bed? Where did she find it? In the toy box?
Again. For my little boy. Do you want to know a wrath of a mother? Here I am.
Fuck off, Lauren. You're not protecting your kid. You're protecting your own stupid false kingdom and your fake image and your bullshit lies. So nobody's buying your bullshit over here. And I can hardly get through it. See, it's the only way for me. I'm sorry, people. I know I'm just completely interrupting every 2 seconds, but I can't listen to her. It just makes my brain explode. Okay. Regroup. Gotta regroup. We're just regrouping.
And so we're going to begin.
Suma's so embarrassed for her. Yeah, I mean, the cringe, right? It's the cringe. I think that's the thing, right? Like somebody like Lauren doesn't have the empathy or the compassion to be able to understand how she comes across, right? She is not aware that this is totally cringe.
I need to collect my thoughts. I know what's next, but really quickly, I have my producer Grayson here with me, helping me.
Grayson, you got to keep an eye on her, Grayson. She's really fucked up by all this, Grayson, we need you, Grayson. Grayson, you can't leave. Grayson. It's up to you, Grayson. Lauren's mental health is hanging in the balance, Grayson. You mustn't leave, Grayson. Hey, Lemon Baked. Oh, you're a red deer. Nice to see you.
Let me just ask you, it's going to be a long live, so sit in. I might need a bathroom break at some point. I haven't been able to eat. I'm not eating.
She's not eating. She can't eat. She's so frightened that everybody's going to find out what an absolute lying sack of lies she is, that she can't eat. Again, the whole thing isn't lies. I believe that she's upset and can't eat. Very melodramatic indeed. Does Grayson have a bathroom break or a bucket? Yeah, like, who had one? Somebody has a picture of Lauren sitting in the back of a U-Haul truck on a porta potty. Grayson does keep her lies organized for her. Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. I think that's absolutely true.
So I have root beer here for sugar high. I have my water. Really quickly, Grayson, do we want to start with what a civil stalking injunction is in Utah or before? Okay.
You know what we want to start with, Lauren, is get a fucking Kleenex and blow your nose. And stop wiping your snot everywhere. Just so off-putting.
Okay, so let me share with everyone now. You have that? Hold up. It's gonna be a really raw live.
It's raw. It's gonna be
get
raw.
Ready.
You guys can't handle it. You guys can't handle the raw emotion. I don't think you guys can handle it. Where was Dr. John while all this was going on? She's not. Is she? Where are they when she's doing this?
So let's just go over stalking in Utah. A judge can grant an order that tells one person, a respondent, to stop stalking another person, a petitioner, if the respondent did the following toward the petitioner. Followed, yes. Monitor.
They didn't follow you. They didn't monitor you. They did observe you. And they might have photographed you. Surveilled you. Well, communicated to or about the petitioner or interfered with the petitioner's property using any... Where the fuck is they getting this from? You can't communicate to or about the petitioner? This doesn't even sound right to me. Where did they get this from?
Yes. Observed, yes. Photographed.
I'm gonna need to check that. I'm gonna need to copy paste that and search it and see if she just made this shit up, because this sounds like bullshit to me.
Yes. Surveillance, yes. Threatened, yes. Communicated to or about the petitioner or interfered with the petitioner.
Nobody threatened you. How did they threaten you? Threatened you in what way? Nobody threatened you. She's lying.
Petitioner's property using any action, method, device, or means. Or,
Ew.
let's see what else. The respondent engaged in or caused someone else to engage in the following acts. Approached or confronted the petitioner, yes. Appeared at petitioner's workplace or contacted petitioner's employers or coworkers, yes. Appeared at petitioner's home or contacted...
Again, she's... Oh, God. Okay, sorry.
Petitioner's neighbors or entered property owned, no. Sent material... Oh, thank you. Look at that, highlighted. Sent material to the petitioner by any means for the purpose of obtaining, disseminating information about the petitioner to a family member, household member, employer, coworker, friend, or associate. Yes.
Yeah, this is what I was saying originally when I was following John and all these people. I was talking about the thing that they don't use logic, right? To convince you, they use their credentials. I'm a journalist. My husband is a forensic psychiatrist, and they use pathos. Oh my God, it's so upsetting. So upsetting. Everything's so upsetting. But they never use any actual logic. Never. It's all a manipulation.
Use a computer or the internet, text messages, or any other electronic means. Yes.
Again, right? Christina made some TikToks. She did not continue to try to contact Lauren after they basically came to the end of the friendship. That was the end of it, right? She made some TikToks about bad friends, and she didn't mention Lauren. So Lauren's lying.
The respondent had to do the behavior 2 or more times and in a way that would cause a reasonable person to suffer emotional distress or be afraid for the person's own safety or the safety of someone else.
So the reasonable person thing is what really everything hinges on the reasonable person in this, whatever she's talking about here. I think that she cherry picked shit, and I think that I don't. This doesn't sound real to me. Like you can't talk to someone. That doesn't seem real. But yeah.
Yes, and I'm going to point out. It looks like Grayson did not highlight threatened. I'm going to throw threatened in there because
it's interesting that she can't just say the words, right? She has to say every word that is somehow alarming. She says it with extra emphasis, right? And everything is to the nth degree. Exactly, right? She's so. I mean, that's part of the reason why I don't understand how people were able to watch this. Because for most of us, right, we can't handle that heightened emotional state for long periods of time, right? We need a little break. We need a little off ramp where we can calm down for a bit, right? This overwrought presentation is just exhausting.
What happened after the stalking injunction, I took as threats as well as other things. You can decide for yourself because we'll go through it all.
Yeah, she doesn't want you to decide for yourself, though, right? She thinks that her evidence is so compelling. She was trying to have a dinner, Lucia. Grayson's dinner was interrupted, you monsters. It's true. She was trying to have a dinner. Just a dinner. Yeah. 9 hours was a big mistake.
Let's start with it.
Oh, it was the reasonable person. That was the thing I was starting to talk about. If you guys are interested in what a reasonable person is, look up Dream Feed Media's video about the reasonable person because she does a great job of it. And Lauren is not a reasonable person. So the whole thing hinges on that, right? A reasonable person.
Yes. It's going to be a very vulnerable video of myself. Behind the scenes.
Very vulnerable.
I never thought or knew if I would make this video public. I only revisited it again today. But this was a month-ish ago.
Oh, God, she's so awful. She's so awful. She's not even saying anything awful right now, and I'm still just like, ugh, it's like fingernails on a blackboard. I think she's had the little cough for quite a while. I can't say for sure, but I remember thinking like I learned about the cough and then I started noticing that like, oh yeah, she's trying to stop coughing. Like in a lot of stuff you can notice once you know about it, you notice that she's often trying to keep that tickle under control.
And I was dealing with ideation, self-harm.
Ideation? She was ideating, people. I don't know if you know that means that she was thinking about. But she was.
The first time in my life.
First time in her life.
That I have been experiencing this because of everything happening.
Because of being exposed. Because of the truth. Because of the consequences of your actions, Lauren.
And so at that point, I was with Grayson.
Was she?
And I was not okay.
I mean, that's a surprise that she was with Grayson because, wow, I mean, she's hardly ever with Grayson.
And Grayson said, Lauren, I'm going to record this. She gave me permission to record. Don't worry. We'll never share this.
Oh, is this the pearls? The pearls and the wiping the nose on the blankets? Is that what we're about to see?
But I want you to know there's hope. You know, I want you to know that there's hope.
There's hope.
And
there's hope. I mean, there was hope at this time. But then actual mums, said mean things on the internet about Grayson, and now she is in a faith crisis, and it's humanism. So this is very serious, people. Very serious.
I've talked so passionately about now helping people with cyberbullying.
She's helping people with cyberbullying. She just admitted it. People. I'm going to have to clip that. She's been helping people with cyberbullying.
That maybe one day, like as a journalist, you need to start recording this process and what you're feeling. So trusting Grayson, knowing that she'd hopefully never make this public without my permission. And it was my phone. I said, yeah, okay, whatever, but don't ever show.
Stepped out of line. If Grayson ever said anything without Lauren's permission, I think there would be hell to pay. on the whole way through Grayson's appearance on Web Sleuths, the concept, they keep saying, both Grayson and Trisha keep saying, these are your opinions. These are your opinions. This is not you're not speaking for HTC. These are your opinions. So I think that's pretty revealing about the relationship between Lauren and Grayson. But I also think somebody commented yesterday on the live stream that they're stuck with Grayson now because she knows all the details, right? And they can't get rid of her. And so Grayson has gained some power, right? She's got some leverage now, and she is starting to insert herself in these videos a lot more forcefully than she once did. So that's interesting. I'm interested to see how the relationship between Lauren and Grayson develops over time.
Show this to anyone. But I watched it, and we are going to watch 20 minutes of it before we begin.
Yes, very much.
So you guys can understand just a bit
of what
I've been going through.
A bit of what you've been going through. She has been sitting in bed with a cashmere sweater and pearls, and she has been crying. It's extremely sad.
And it's not all of it.
It's not all of it.
But it's 20 minutes of a video.
20 minutes.
Very, very raw.
It's very
I'm feeling very vulnerable.
It's very, very vulnerable.
And
I am expecting to get a lot of attention, a lot of pity, a lot of super chats, a lot of attention, a lot of advertising revenue. A lot of things are going to come from this little 20-minute video. It's not the whole thing. It's just 20 minutes.
And I feel like this is very, very important because if I'm going to do this live, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to do it honestly.
Oh, right.
This is going to be.
She's right and honestly lying.
A very honest show.
Very honest. Did anybody else notice while she looked away while saying honest and then looked back and now she's looking down?
So, and then after that, we'll go through everything else. So let's.
Yeah, I hope Grayson got a kick in the twat for this, honestly. Not that,
Watch this.
Whether or not this goes through, I don't know. I think that's where I think I'm willing to start talking. Because I always just want to do things right.
I haven't seen this, so I'm sorry, but I might need to weep openly a bit, so please forgive me.
You know, when they go low, you go high.
She's watching herself weep and quote, why can't my brain is so old now. Obama. The woman. I can't think of her name. Why could I not think of her name?
High and just do things right and rely on maybe.
Thinking Malia. Somebody tell me Obama's wife's name, please. My brain is imploding. Barack, and I can picture her. I can picture the painting of her. What is her name? Somebody tell me.
Be responsible people to help.
Oh, thank you, God, Michelle.
But I don't know if that's going to happen in this situation, and that's okay. But if it can't happen in this situation.
Oh, God, shut up, Lauren. You got here just in time for me to forget Michelle Obama's name somewhere. So.
That, like, you know, that, like, no laws or legal things can help me. Could at least want to, like, finally talk about it, use my voice. Share what's been happening. Because I do want to help.
You got here just in time also for the hotel crying summer. Just the pearls, the pearl clutching and the crying.
Like cyberbully now, and I know that I'm a public figure. Hold on, just stop for a second. I was like really zen before she started. Hold on.
I do think, though, Miters and Gita says she needs professional help, but like I'm not even sure how much professional help would help, right? It is very hard to get these people to see the truth about themselves, and like being a self-aware narcissist is not there. They are few and far between, and they're not much better. even when they're aware. So just saying, like, I do think that she needs locking up, maybe, but I'm not sure that she's ever going to change very much. Yeah, exactly. Right? They don't. I mean, they benefit by things like Suma's saying people like this don't benefit from professional help, but they benefit by like getting the attention for like, oh, I'm depressed or I'm whatever, right? Like Megan, she went and got some counseling and maybe she was depressed and maybe it helped with her depression, but she didn't get diagnosed, right, with what the actual underlying problem is. So they, you know, they don't. It's the for Lauren, who has clearly got multiple narcissistic traits, it's a defense mechanism. It's a powerful one, right? It's a powerful one. You know, I mean, there may be some kind of therapy that has yet to be discovered that could help people like this. But the way that someone explained it to me that made me kind of understand it kind of a deep way was like they said picture like a tree that grows up alongside a, you know, a pole that has a no parking sign on it or something. The tree will grow around the pole and will become warped around the pole. Now you can take the pole away and that tree is never going to spring back into shape, right? That's what it's like to have a personality disorder. There's not a lot that can be done. Yeah, right. Summer says, you know how many times Tylee recorded herself crying in bed or talked about herself for 9 hours in a row? Tell me more how you're like her. Didn't she also call Tylee a bitch? So, I mean, I don't really think that there's any coming back from that, personally. That should have been the end for her, right there. It's so pathetic.
Sorry, I can't even process it. I don't know.
She can't process the fact that she can't think of a way to get out of being exposed. That's what she can't process, right? She's not having trouble processing the terrible things that are being done to her. She's having trouble processing the fact that she can't think of a way out of her problems, right? I mean, she's now figured out the 9-hour life, but at the point that Grayson was filming this, she hadn't figured it out yet. Megan Connor went 10 toes deep to defend LM along with Dudu Ron without seeing the evidence facts of the case. Yeah, so well, Megan is still doing it, even though she has seen the evidence and facts, that she's still doing it. Megan's Megan and her dreadful response that she did behind a paywall on Patreon to 9 viewers is a chicken shit who's too afraid to respond to me in public because she knows that she's a fucking liar and the truth is not on her side. So she has to do it in her safe space where everybody already thinks that she's so amazing. So that's what I think of Megan, in case you're wondering.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if you guys know, but Lauren can't eat. She's been so upset she can't even eat.
And I want John. And I'm worried about John. And I'm worried about my son. But
yes, it's very raw, you guys. This is very raw. I don't know if she realizes that alcohol is a depressant. I don't know that she would, that would dissuade her from imbibing it daily. I just don't think that would.
just think, sorry. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything will be okay. It really will.
Is everything going to be okay? Is everything going to be okay for Christina? Just curious. Because from what I recall, Christina lost work because of the things that you did. Christina's life was turned right the fuck upside down because of what you did and what you continue to do. So I don't think everything is going to be okay, Lauren. And I certainly hope it's not going to be okay for you.
But I'm like a really resilient person, in my opinion. It's texting.
Mhm.
What?
Mhm.
Is it John? It's actually Vicky. And
So she's so fun. I mean, it's not only that she's recorded herself like this and then put it online, is that she's sitting there watching herself as though it's the most serious and devastating thing that anybody has ever lived through. And she needs everybody to know that. It is the cringest thing ever.
and it's gonna be okay. But I just,
It's gonna be okay.
I don't know what to say. Other creators calling people I care about to tell them lies about me, slut shaming me. One woman is going around saying I live with her brother, which, by the way, if I had lived with some random dude in East Idaho, who the hell cares? But this is a guy I went on a single date with, never kissed, but now I've lived with him. What else? Finding out, like I said,
What is she even talking about? Like, why is she even sharing this shit? It's just the stupidest, most embarrassing way to respond. And I think that she must be referring to Janice's brother that she dated, right? And that she spent 2 years trashing behind the scenes so that nobody would believe Janice when she told the truth about her, right? In my opinion.
fellow podcasters are calling people that I know to warn them about me and tell them that I had an affair on John with an investigator in the Daybell case that John knows really well and is friends with. That, I mean,
It's been unending.
the things.
Literally, right? These women, after all of their fucking bragging about how they are these professional journalists and everybody else is just trial tourists and all the rest of it, it's not the murders of children and the terrible, gruesome details of those murders. That's not what wrecks her, right? That's not what puts Lauren over the edge. It's somebody telling a rumor about her having an affair. That is what has destroyed her faith in humanity. She can't even believe that anybody would ever tell a lie about another person. And yet she's this seasoned true crime journalist. It is unbearably twee, honestly.
I've had to continue to clarify every day. And then when I finally feel like I get a hold of it, so it's not just like the cyberbullying that's public, it's what's going on beneath the surface.
What's going on beneath the surface? Tell us, Lauren. Tell us if you can. If you can you speak, Lauren? Reach out. Raise your hand if you can hear me, Lauren.
That's so cruel. And none of these people have been willing to reach out and be like, fucking reach out to me.
People don't reach out to lying, backstabbing scumbags, Lauren. Fuck's sake, right? These people with the thing that you did to give me the comeuppance that I so richly deserved is 100 times worse than the thing I did, right? Every fucking time. They didn't reach out to me. Oh, those terrible people. They didn't reach out to you after they found out that you had been telling lies and backstabbing them all over the fucking internet, Lauren. How unfair of them. Oh my God, how very dare they.
People that know me that I've been kind to.
People that I performatively was kind to so that I could get what I wanted out of them have discovered what a piece of shit I actually am, and now I'm having to face the consequences. It is not fair.
Are going behind my back telling people lies about me. No,
They're not going behind your back telling people lies about you, you stupid bimbo. You literally just said that they're doing it in, like, that they've been stalking you and that your life is a nightmare because of all the things they're doing to you.
evidence. Never mind that they're supposed to be journalists.
The most supposed to be a journalist person you've ever met.
You have Lori Hellis, someone I've been good to that I've never brought up before. I was always good to her.
Oh, I was really excited that Lori Hellis commented on my little short that I made the other day. It's the first time I've ever seen her in the wild on any of my things. So very exciting.
Claiming that I gave out 10,000 copies of her book and she's telling everyone to the point where we got to get an attorney. But I've never said
to the point where I had to phone up my brother. Random old lady says, thanks for going over this. I'm here for it. And I never had to watch it. Yeah, right. This is my first go. This is my first go around. So thank you very much for the super sticker. That's very generous of you. 25 buckaroos. Thank you very kindly. Let's get back to Brad Pitt.
Send out free copies of her book to anyone, ever.
She did, though. She did.
Telling the person that originally sent it to me that I did that to them.
Her hair length might be the clue for September Crime Con in Denver or Utah in October. Her hair seems quite a bit shorter here, doesn't it, than here? That's I was thinking the same thing, but I'm not sure what you mean, but I'm sure you do.
And then, of course, when she accuses of that, I then send it to our attorney. I guarantee you none of you received a book copy of Lori Hellis's book from me, despite allegedly 10,000 people. The idea
people did receive copies of Lori Hellis's book, right? I'm not imagining this. She did do this, right? Yeah, she got caught talking behind people's backs, and then she's mad because they didn't reach out to her. Why would they?
that we were purposely changing our time, by the way, too.
Yes.
No, we had to get a babysitter. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But it's like what this group mob mentality has been doing is taking all these old beefs and they're reaching.
Oh, okay. So CH says this was the day of court. So this was the day that the judge said to her, yeah, right? She's fucking melting down because she has not figured out how she's gonna swing this if she can't get Christina, permanently fucking silenced.
Reaching out to them. And there was a whisper campaign is the best way to say it. It's adult bullying, it's group bullying. It's believing without seeing.
Right? And so I'm going to manufacture a whole bunch of shit to make you guys believe what I'm saying by showing you a whole bunch of made up shit.
Screenshots of mine have been shared. Some when I've been angry at other creators. Got over it later. Those have been being shared.
She was just angry. She was just angry, and then she didn't really mean it. And everybody's saying that she meant it.
I'm ashamed of that. Maybe you can edit that later, but I'll just share everything right now.
Oh, fuck off, Lauren. God, she's awful. I would much rather talk to Summer. Summer says, Lauren Matthias lied to Nate to get a copy, then tried to accuse him of sending out Hellis's book, at least in one of her versions. Right? God knows how many versions there actually are.
But I've owned it. I've owned that.
No, you haven't. You lying sack of turds. Nice try.
I said sorry to them.
She apologized in the most over-the-top, unserious, ingenuine, bullshit manner that anybody who accepted that apology would need their head examined. Hello, Mad Chatter 102. Well, no, remember she was trying to get a documentary out of this. Yeah, I still think she might, but I think it might not be the documentary that she wants. I think that there should be a documentary about how these two turned out to be total fucking frauds, because there was a lot of footage that they could put into making a documentary. Somebody, I don't know, you know what I mean. Suma Loudmouth says, part of me thinks that she was flattered that Law and Crime was interested in this and wanted to make sure it got coverage. Yeah, right, that she came out and told everybody. I think she definitely was, right? Like, how is she gonna, Lauren, who is desperate for attention, right? I mean, that's her go-to maneuver is attention seeking. It must have been a real struggle for her, right? It was like, she didn't want that attention, but oh my God, Law and Crime wants me. It must have been a terrible pickle for her. I feel for poor Lauren. Poor sad Lauren.
But those people have continued on. Nobody again reaching out to me. And I have to be honest. Entire rooms shutting me where I belong. where I've helped, where I
That right there, again, that entitlement, right? Rooms where I belong. Like, you haven't earned the right to be there just because you followed some trials. I think Christina or others at court in Utah said you were. Oh, so you're saying that this, because this is to back up this being the day of court. Yeah, that sounds like it could be true. Do you think they were smart enough to think this whole stalker thing into a plan to make a documentary? I'm starting to wonder now. Just don't know if she's got the smarts. By the way, hi, my chatter. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's certainly calculating enough to do something like that. When the idea for a documentary came into her head, I couldn't say, but yeah, she warns about Christina for a long time, then lets us know she has MS. She has wanted to unalive herself, and her son is scared for her. Her dad's friends in prison knitted baby items when she had her son. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, yeah, she's just so twee. She also threw in that John went to Princeton. Yeah, of course. Any opportunity she gets.
I've given my entire heart to and soul.
She gave her entire heart and soul to those rooms. She belongs in them, people. She belongs in those rooms.
Be shunned
Be sure.
because of lies. And of a whisper campaign and of adults who can't come to me and ask me what's true and what isn't.
Literally, people tried to talk to her. We have video, right, that Lauren herself took of Janice coming to her to say, I want to talk to you about these things that you've been saying about me. And she went, I'm afraid of you. I think you're a bully. Please leave me alone. I feel threatened. I feel threatened. So that's why people didn't come to you, Lauren, because you're a fucking idiot.
But rather go and start a cyberbullying campaign and join it and follow it.
What cyberbullying campaign was that? Please name it, because there was no cyberbullying campaign that I saw. Is she talking about is she talking about Christina posting the side eye in Lori Hellis's live? Is that the, like, what the fuck is she even talking about?
As the lies continue, as they talk about my dead brother and my husband.
You were the one that was shooting your mouth off about your dead brother, Lauren. People were just repeating what you said. So, I mean, if you weren't going around telling everybody in line, she's talking in line to get into court about how she's going to be the surrogate for her brother's, procreative material so that his line can go on. She's talking about this to strangers in line outside the court, and now she's all upset because somebody, not mentioning her name, talked about that in a less than a minute long TikTok.
And you know what it is?
It's a lie. It's a big fat lie.
It's being dubbed dark. Like, that's what John and I have been talking about a lot.
Oh, this is the part. This is the part where she says she's been dubbed dark. I just want to smack her so hard sometimes, and that's not a threat, Lauren. Do not smack people. I'm not violent. I'm not coming to your house. I have no desire to be anywhere near you. But there is an impulse when you exploit murdered children to get attention on YouTube. So just to be clear, I'm not coming to smack you. I'm just having a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to your fucking idiocy.
I feel like I'm like Charles Vallow running around, like trying to get people to understand what's going on and trying to figure out what's happening. And
Yeah, Charles Vallow. Yeah, it feels like Charles Vallow running around, trying to get help, in fear for her life, just like Charles. Just like Charles. Poor Lauren. It is heartbreaking to see this incredible woman reduced to wiping her snotty face on the sheets. It's tragic. It's a tragedy, people. It's a tragedy.
And then also they get labeled dork.
She was labeled dork? That's what I heard. That I could agree with. She's like that, a 9 She's like a 9 dork level.
Yeah. And then I'm like, it's not me. I'm good. This isn't me.
Okay. Nobody go smack Lauren. I'm just saying, nobody go smack Lauren. Nobody even go over to her channel and tell her what you think or that I sent her or anything like that. Labeled dorky, yeah, right?
And then just wondering about this world in general. I think I've been really depressed because I just think about this world in general.
The world in general.
And raising my son in it.
The world in general is so bad. Look, remember this. Evil changed me. Lauren Matthias. Evil changed her. That was before Christina said mean things on the interwebs.
If there's any hope for kindness in this world and compassion and evidence.
Kindness and compassion and evidence, people. That's all she's asking. Just kindness and compassion. It's not much to ask. I mean, she's just a mother with a YouTube channel. She's not asking for much.
Evidence. Real journalism when you actually go to the person.
Fucking real journalism. As if you would recognize real journalism if it came up and bit you on your snotty fucking nose, Lauren. My God. Sorry.
Not, realizing people are complex.
Lauren is very complex. I'm not sure if you guys know. Lauren is really complex. Brenda K. Buckman. Lauren, if you're a really good person, you don't need to tell people you're a good person, right? You also don't need to announce the victim-centered thing either. None of those things. You don't need to announce any of those things. When it finally sinks in that you married John, yeah, I mean, I think she probably has a little bit mixed feelings about all of that. Anna Lisette says, what I thought listening to all this was this is so unprofessional. I'm a journalist and I would never shown weakness in public. Yeah, thank you, Anna Lisette. I mean, it's always nice to hear from the actual professionals, right? Rather than these pretend professionals over here. HMS Gen X lady says, wait, I thought she just said her core beliefs were kindness, humanness, and world peace until recently in her last phrase. And also Mother Teresa shit. I think you forgot to mention the Mother Teresa shit, HMS Gen X later. Yes. It's humanism. She's having a faith crisis and it's humanism, even though she does not know what humanism is. And if she tried to explain it to you after reading the several Wikipedia pages about it, she would not be able to. I would bet my eye teeth. What journalist makes themselves the story? Exactly, Summer. Exactly. Mother Teresa wasn't actually a good person, though. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. She was actually kind of a sadist. And she pretended that she was rescuing all of the untouchables that were stuck on the streets and were sick and whatever. And she actually just kept them kind of trapped and didn't give them pain meds and didn't help to treat them. So pretty ugly stuff from Mother Teresa. So she was right about Mother Teresa shit, I guess. Like, I mean, unintentionally, but yeah.
Complex. That I am who I am online.
She ebb who she ebb, you guys. She can't help. She ebb who she flows. She flows and she ebb. She ebbs who she ebb. I mean, nobody can blame her for that. Nobody can say nothing.
That is me. That is my genuine self. But maybe there's a little bit more to me too that I don't show everybody.
Suma Loudmouth says, but Mother Teresa didn't do a 9-hour live, so there's that. I'm like, yeah, maybe she was a saint after all. Maybe she was.
And just because I don't see it doesn't mean.
She confessed a little minute ago about how she had been helping people to cyberbully other people online. She didn't mean to, but she definitely said that.
I don't know if it's that or not. And if people are wondering if I've stopped talking to more people online, my friends, my hidden gems, yeah, I have. Because I've always wanted to communicate and be close to hidden gems. But I was like,
She doesn't want to be close to them. Thank you, Matt Chatter. Matt Chatter says, I like your work. Hope your doggy is okay. My doggy, he's a skinny little guy. He's got diabetes and pancreatitis, and so he struggles to gain any weight at all. He can't eat fat because he can't digest it. So he struggles, but he's got a pretty happy little life. He's a going concern. We went for 2 walks today, and he was all raring to go. So thank you, Matt Chatter. I appreciate your concern for my little dog. He is my best friend. Hi, Colette. Lovely to see you. Glad you could make it.
I've done this
I hope you enjoyed the short that I made the other day revealing what a piece of crap Grayson is on your behalf.
past year. I've learned that there's a lot of them that just want to destroy me if they don't get out of me what they want. And if I don't.
We don't want to destroy you if we don't get out of you what we want. We just want to destroy you. We just want you to go fuck off and your channel to go down the drain where it belongs. Like, I mean, I don't think there's any big secret about that. You are loathed and despised by many, and you absolutely deserve it. Yes, just a little short where they're talking about how they're so, all they care about in this world is kindness. Her Grayson, they're crying. There's God. Their kindness is all that matters. And then it's a clip of them saying, well, Colette has the most to lose. She'd be the most scared. Call her.
Act the way they want me to act or say what they want me to say.
Lauren, nobody gives a fuck. Just go away. Literally, that's it. Everybody would be happy if you would just fuck right off.
Then they want to destroy me. Or if I speak up, I think a lot of this too is I've always spoken my mind. I don't know. I'm getting in the weeds.
Yeah,
I don't know.
she's the rebel. She's the rebel, Dottie. She's a loner. She's just this outspoken, fighter for justice on the side of the downtrodden, and people just can't handle her raw emotions.
Yeah. But yeah, I speak the truth. And when I see it, I say it.
Oh.
And when I think
she's a fucking complete liar. It's unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. It's so maddening to listen to her. I don't know what's wrong with me that I get so mad, but boy, I sure do.
Someone's a bully, I say they're a bully. But I guess that means the bully comes and bullies you when they learn.
Mad Chatter. Yeah, I remember your message. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's a terrible disease, but he has still got a pretty good quality of life, so.
That you think they're a bully. And that people, I just learned that people like public shaming. I don't know.
People like public shaming. I mean, well, yeah, I think that's true, right? I mean, it's not necessarily that people like public shaming, although, I mean, certain people thrive on that. It's not the shaming, it's the consequences of your actions, right? The tagline for my channel is, consequences are my love language, because I don't like to see people getting away with shitty behavior with impunity. It's, it's not just the, like, that's not fairness of it. It's the, we can't have a society of it if you're going to be acting like that, right? Like, literally, she would have been ostracized from a community, for behaving in the way that she behaves, right? That is not community minded. She would get kicked out so that the community could survive. So fuck off, Lauren.
I just worry about this world. That is cruel.
She worries about the cruel world. She's so worried about the cruel world that she thought that she would add some extra cruelty to it. See if that helped things.
And I am human. And I put myself out there. And for those reasons,
I too am human, and I put myself out there. But you know what I don't do is I don't go around behind the scenes stabbing Jolene and Jay and Andy Copsa and allegedly innocent. I don't go around stabbing all those people in the back. Suma, I don't talk shit about her, right? I come on my channel and I talk about the people I like full-throatedly. I don't go behind the scenes and talk about the people that I like, that I pretend to like out in public. So, not sure that being a human has, and putting yourself out there is literally an excuse for anything, Lauren.
I deserve more scrutiny and criticism. And I believe in public discourse, and to criticize me when people feel I'm not doing what's right or best in the public, I deserve that.
Oh, she's going to back up in a sec and explain it all from the start. Look forward to that, people. Oh, how wonderful. Wonderful news, everyone.
It's not what this is. Yeah. And the fact that rather than focus on making good art, which is what we say here at Hidden True Crime.
That's what they say there at Hidden True Crime. They got that from John. They want to make good art. So I'm really excited to know when they're going to start doing that, because it should be good. Should be good when they start making good art.
It's quality over quantity. Doing good.
Lauren's kind of like a superhero, right? She's doing good. She's a do-gooder. She is a do-gooder. In my opinion, so Annalisette says, in my opinion, the Christina stalking issue was a deflection. The big problems had to do with her unethical behavior. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Her unethical behavior was about to be exposed to everyone who, you know, I mean, it does seem, you know, people are saying they're too big to fail now. It doesn't seem to have caused them to fail, but it's certainly, Lauren is not doing okay. And nor should she be doing okay. As long as this shit is continuing to fly here, as long as this is still on here, as long as she's still telling these lies, as long as she's going and crying to her gems about how she's so devastated by moms telling lies about Grayson online, as long as John is harassing Mr. Bright Breakfast, she can go fuck herself, and we will continue to talk about what a piece of shit she is.
I had to worry about my reputation, but also.
Well, you don't have to worry about your reputation anymore because it's in tatters.
Other people, I worry about you, Grayson. I worry about my husband. I worry about my.
Yeah, if she worried about Grayson, she would have sent Grayson packing a long fucking time ago. The minute she started feeling like she did not have control over this, over her own self and her own imagination, her own emotions, she should have cut Grayson loose. So I'm not sure if I said hello for Garth David. Hello. Yeah, right. All of a sudden, Garth David runs a bed and breakfast, and she feels bad for housekeeping. Yeah, I think we all do. So gross. I don't like how she uses her son either so much. It's appalling.
Little boy who's been really affected by this. It's like consumed our lives.
Why is he affected by it? Why does he know any single thing about it? Are you that fucked up that you can't even compose yourself for some portion of the day, that you can take care of your son without bleeding all your pathos all over him? I mean, at the beginning of this thing where she talks about the wrath of a mother or something, like, my God, the woman has been traumatizing her kid in the name of it's not fair.
Because it doesn't stop and nobody can see it. And that's what frustrates you. People are like, don't give it air. I know, I say that every day. We move forward every day, pushing through and performing because it doesn't. We know that. And I've never reacted to it until this moment publicly. Well, I don't think this will be public, but like, just who knows, one day it might be. Like, I just want to like record this for like journal. Yeah, or if it's ever needed for a documentary or to show my little boy. But he's being cyberbullied.
Never needed for a documentary about the time that Christina was mean to me when I said terrible things about her and everybody else. We're gonna have a documentary all about it, and I'm gonna be very famous. Famous Lauren Matthias.
Look at that. If I can get to it, you can too.
Right? She's literally plotting all the time about how to get herself out in front of the cameras and get the attention.
But like, if like,
what's it like, Lauren? Tell us.
It's so hard to explain to people. Like,
it's so hard to.
Nobody can see it. Not even my friends. Like, my dearest friends, I'll talk to them about it, and they're like, "Just don't get online." I mean, it's what we all want to say. That's not it. There is a
Listen.
consistent and constant whisper campaign
You're a fucking idiot. There was a few TikToks.
going on, and they're pulling new people in.
Pull
And they're
people in.
trying to destroy me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to say that they've succeeded, but I have changed a lot
She's changed a lot.
in the past 6 months.
It's extremely sad.
And not for the better. I don't think I'll ever be as kind or open
So
to people that I meet at trials
even worse.
or people I hire. I think I'm going to be less social. I think I'm going to probably be more of a homebody. I don't know if I'll travel as much to trials anymore. I'll still make good work and I'll get past this. But I think I worry about John's health. He's not healthy, and I worry. His blood pressure is up. He's in more pain. He's angry.
Blood pressure's up. John, very sad.
Calling.
But Ozempic came to the rescue. If anybody was worried about John, it's okay. He's had the Ozemp, and now he's all very slim. But apparently, actually, it wasn't Ozempic. It was his incredible athleticism when he went back to the gym.
Fucking UNLV.
I think in some ways, maybe I can share like an observation. I've seen you almost like not question yourself, but like they filled your head with so many lies about yourself to the point where you've been like, did I do this? Could I do this? And you know,
Shut up, Grace. And there weren't lies about her. It was true. Like, fuck off. Colette says she seems pretty open with Grace's. Don't they share a bed? I think one of them said that. I have heard from multiple people who have reason to know that, yes, they do.
things like messages where they've like told you that you talk badly about these victims and things like that. And like, I'll be the first person to say it. Like, this may never go up, but like, I went through 6 years of your private messages. It took me 40 to 50 hours. I think I know you better than anybody in the world does,
You guys,
aside from John.
imagine 6 years.
Again, like, I mean, you all know this, I'm sure, but it is not a producer's job to help whoever it is that they're working for, their boss, to combat, whatever. It's not Grayson's job to go through 6 years of Lauren's texts. It's ridiculous. Look at her at the bottom over here. Just have a little look at Lauren, watching Lauren. She's throwing her hair back like she's in a, shampoo commercial.
Of Facebook Messenger messages,
Text messages, everything.
and finding out that people are saying horrible things about me because I said horrible things in private messages that are leaking. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like, I want to be the first to be honest. Like 6 years of messages. I hope
She's going to be the first to be honest. I'm here to tell you that that's a straight up lie.
all of you would be afraid. I hope you'd be afraid too.
Yes.
And so
I think that's actually a really good point. And I don't mean to say actually like it's some big surprise. I think that's a really good point. Sophie Myers says most people know what's true about themselves unless they've been subjected to constant ongoing abuse over a long period of time. I think that's absolutely true. Most people do have a fairly good read on themselves, right? Most people are not able to lie to themselves. These personality disorders make it possible to lie to yourself, right? Because it's a defense structure that keeps you safe from knowing the truth about yourself.
6 years of messages talking every day. A lot of it's for like bar talk, right? Like even drinking, like having like a glass.
Does that remind you of anything? Anybody? Lauren saying that it's like bar talk. Oh, we're just drinking. We're having, we're winding down, after a busy day, whatever. Remind you of anything? Reminds me of the locker talk that everybody was saying about Trump, right? The things that he said. Oh, it was all just locker talk, locker room talk. Doesn't mean anything. It's not indicative of a culture of disgustingness or anything. It's just bar talk.
Glass of wine and
Yes.
sitting and talking to friends, and then these friends get angry at you. They turn on you, and they clip them in weird ways. And so I was like, Grayson.
So how did they clip the one about Crusha in weird ways? Explain how more context would have lightened the blow of that one. I am dying to hear it. Dying to hear it.
Like, I couldn't get a hold of it. I was so confused. I finally was like, Grayson, because I kept hearing things I said and I couldn't find them. Or then I figured out and I was like, that's so taken out of context. Like, come on. And so I said, Grayson, you have a new job. It was not in your job description.
It's not in anybody's job description. It's called enmeshment, and it's extremely unprofessional and also extremely unhealthy. And Lauren, you're embarrassing. You're a 40 fucking something odd years old woman. And you're snotting all over your sheets while talking to a 24-year-old girl and expecting her to save your ass from all the shit that you've done. So again, just revealing yourself to be the self-centered loser that you are with the complete inability to self-reflect.
You are to go through 6 years of my messenger messages and texts, everything I have ever sent since, not 6 years, was it 5.5, 5 years?
Started in what, 2019 or 2020? 2020.
I said, you're about to know me better than my husband, John, because John would want to do this. And these are like probably like journals that you want to burn. You know what I mean? And you're like, I said that one night, but I only felt like that for an hour, but it's now there forever.
Right.
So,
God, stop wiping your snot all over.
and you did it. You did it.
I think there were 4.
She knew the assignment. how many days and how many hours?
Took a lot of days.
Like, it's not cute. It's not fun. Grayson shouldn't have been doing that. Grayson shouldn't be doing this. Grayson should not be on self-harm watch. All of this is embarrassing and revealing in ways that you two are too disordered to even recognize. My God. And Grayson lied about the text that she went through and she never found anything. The swinger text that it was just a picture of Janice on a swing. It's a straight up fucking lie. And when I'm a little more organized, I will provide the receipts for that.
There were a lot of nights I was up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning going through,
Well, I think so.
figuring out, okay, this one, we could talk about one. I think it's really funny. Everyone has this rumor that you called somebody a swinger, and
Yeah, that's the one. I have the fucking messages. She absolutely did. And it was Janice. And she was trying to discredit Janice among all of everybody because she once dated Janice's brother. And Janice's would then potentially have the goods on her about what a piece of shit she is. So just saying, I have receipts for that. Grayson's little word, oh, is this a picture of Janice on a swing? Is a lie. So for anybody who thought, like, maybe Grayson really does believe all this, maybe she's really been roped in, right? The proof is in those texts right there, those messages right there, which I will eventually show you. I can't think where it is right now. But they had to collude in that. They had to agree in that story, right? To tell that lie that she just made a funny because Janice there was a photograph of her in a swing. She was trying to discredit her so that when Janice told the truth about Lauren, nobody would believe her.
you were like, where did this come from? I don't remember ever doing that. And I was like,
this person's not a swinger. I never thought this person was a swinger. What is this? Everyone's like, she called her a swinger. I'm like, she defamed me. She told everyone he was a swinger. I'm like, who the hell did I call a swinger?
So
I didn't call anyone a swinger.
It was Janice. She called Janice a swinger. She sure fucking did. Yeah, and she elaborated.
I went through.
You found it on accident.
I found it. I found it. And I called you giggling and I said, Lauren, I found it. You did call somebody a swinger. It was because they were on a swing in their profile picture and you made a joke, but they got clipped. That got clipped. So and there's been a lot of those.
There
messages.
was somebody on a profile picture of a swing, as this person will tell you we've never been friends, and someone said, look at this picture of her swing.
Okay. She's lying. She's lying. She's totally lying. Just saying.
Swinging, and I said, why do I think she dabbled in swinging?
And you didn't mention.
She didn't say, by the way, I think she dabbled in swinging. She said she's a swinger. She definitely dabbled. There is no context missing. It's very clear what she fucking meant.
You didn't remember it because It was.
It has never been shared outside of the text messages.
No, it was you and two other people.
Screenshots have been passed around of this, and it's actually not the real screenshot.
Yeah.
It's like, but I said it.
I mean, it was you and two other people.
Yeah, that's a great example. You also said I'm a lot funnier than you thought.
Right? Muddy the waters enough that it's, plausible deniability, right? If she knows that she's done it, all she has to do is tell a little bit of a different story, muddy the waters, try to make, give some kind of doubt, like, oh, maybe she was joking. Maybe Janice is just being extra.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. I was like,
exactly.
I will say, I think we've gotten closer through this.
What did you say? You said.
Did you hear that? Grayson says, I think we've gotten closer through this. Little fucking Renfield over here. What a fucking freak. Oh my God, these people are so awful. Sorry.
There are a lot of dynamics going on.
I joked. I said, I think I know the dynamics of true crime better than anybody at this point. I can walk in a room and see somebody I've never met and be like, this person connected that person because that person hates that person and that person's brother did this to that one.
Oh my God. This is so awful. I've never seen this. This is even worse than I expected.
No, but there's it.
She's bringing the levity, Brenda. Yep, they're bringing the levity to the heavity. It's what they do. It's not drama. HTC does not engage in drama. They're bringing the levity to the heavity.
But that shows you the context, right? You might have called somebody an asshole one day and that got clipped and sent to them, but really, if the full messages came out, you called that person an asshole because a victim was on the defense for something and you were.
If the full messages came out? I wonder if anyone will ever let the full messages come out. Right? Why not show us the context then? If all the context shows all the truth, why are you not showing us the context? Is she going to show us the context? I haven't seen this. Hello, Deaf Otter. Probably can't hear me, but nice to see you.
Protecting them, right?
Yeah, I was actually always protecting victims. Well, that's what's.
Yeah. I think that's.
You see how she so quickly she's fine? It's weird, right? It's very weird. She and Grayson told the cop that they recorded Gigi's phone calls, and then the cop just ignored them breaking the law. They denied. They sort of admitted it, and then they pretended they backtracked and said, "No, we didn't record it." And then he just let it drop. I think that he knew full well that they did, and he let it drop. He was not the right guy to handle that call.
It's been like, and
I think the other thing too is like I am a lot more colorful behind the scenes. I
love that word.
Oh, sometimes she's a little bit off color behind the scenes. Sometimes she drops an F-bomb, people. I mean, she is only human. You can't judge her for that.
John and I, we like to keep our podcasts clean language. That's who we are. Like, we just want to keep it clean. But
it's actually not who you are. It's your podcast brand and image. So just saying, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily. If people want to do their podcast the way they want to do it, that's fair enough. But it's not who you are, Lauren. It's your image.
The language I use when I'm not on camera isn't always clean.
Oh my God, she's so out there. She's so wacky. Sometimes she swears. I mean, my God, she's just like, I mean, what a woman, right? What can't she do? It's amazing.
I don't know. If that makes any fucking sense, but
none of this makes any fucking sense, Lauren. You're an idiot. Oh, you see how she was looking so fondly at herself? Look at the smile. She just really likes herself. She thinks she's pretty nifty. She just gets fond, warm feelings when she watches herself wipe her nose on the hotel sheets.
Oh
God, I gotta let it run for a minute and run to the bathroom, but I'm sorry. It's gonna go for probably a couple minutes. I'm sorry. I hope you're okay. Just plug your ears if it gets to be too much.
The most vulnerable video I've ever showed here, but I do pride myself on being a very honest person. So who on camera.
I couldn't even get to the mute button before I had to butt in and say, that was not an honest video, Lauren. That was a manipulation.
Is me. And that was a little bit more of me behind the scenes that I don't show because yes, there are parts of my life that I like to keep private. So we're going to go through everything. A lot of you are maybe asking questions. during that. I don't understand. I don't understand. I want to start with that because I think that you're going to understand it all a lot more as we go through everything tonight. So here we go. I'm going to start, by the way, when I say everything, not to get you guys scared, but these are all the court filings. And we got exhibits and we got evidence. So before we delve in to my first declaration, which is what got me the temporary civil stalking injunction, I'm going to set the stage and give you guys a bit of a timeline. So let's just explain a few things that matter. As many of you know that.
How about you shut up? Because you're an idiot and I can't stand listening to you for that long. But I feel like she just kind of gave away the thing that it was like a narrative.
Are my hidden gems. I call this setting the stage. Let's set the stage before getting into all these documents. And that takes us to April of 2024.
Me and my chums are going to get into the documents. Oh, very exciting. Here we go. Documents.
I also want to point something out. I am not going to use my stalker's name during this video.
You know why? It's not because she's a good person. It's because she doesn't have a stalker. That's why.
So I am going to refer to her as my stalker.
Shut up, Lauren. God. We are 36 minutes in, CHCH. So just a short 8.5 hours to go.
That's what I will be doing.
This is all just setting the stage, right? She's priming the pump. Very astute.
Shoving her. April of 2024 is when it all begins. That is when I meet my stalker.
That's when she meets her stalker. So if you recall, during the body cam back in June, she barely even had Christina on her radar at that point, right? Christina was just one of many. So I am curious. I mean, it had to be the TikToks, right? That tipped her over into Christina's going to be the one I go after. And so that she has to tell the story from like, oh, the day she met Christina, the woman who would come to ruin her life. We need to go back into the past, into the hoary past. Here we go.
Stalker in Boise, Idaho, at the Chad Daybell trial. When she shows up for a few days attending as public. She's public. She's interested in the case she's watching.
She's public. She's just public. She's public. She's not a limited public figure like me. She's just straight up public. It's different. It's not important.
She introduces herself as a fan of my podcast.
Okay, is that true? Christina's not here, but I don't know if that's true. And I really feel like Lauren might just be fucking lying here, because part of her narrative is that all these girls were just little fangirls who got their feelings hurt when Lauren didn't want to be as best friends with them as they wanted to be with her.
And she gifts me a cell phone microphone and a tripod. I also meet another fan of the podcast.
She also meets another fan of the podcast. Don't know if you guys know that. Here we go.
At this trial, named Lori, also attending as the public. So not to be...
that was 2025, I think, CHCH, April 9th. They met in April of 2024. They parted ways forever in April of 2025. That's how I understand it. I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Be confused with Lori Daybell or Lori Hellis. This is Lori, someone attending as public named Lori. Then there is Lindsay.
What's this attending as public thing? What does she think that she's trying to put people down as attending as public?
Lindsay is a podcast producer, and Lindsay starts doing part-time production work for me at this trial. She's quite good.
Why are you shouting at us, though? After appearing in court and being humiliated, Lauren did this podcast as revenge. Yeah, absolutely she did, Carolyn. Absolutely did. Revenge and also narrative control, right? She says it right at the beginning. I'm taking back my narrative, right? She wants to control the story. And Christina has zero presence on YouTube at this point, right? So she is in a strong position with her 325,000 subscribers or whatever it was that she had at this time. She was in a strong position to control the narrative.
Very talented. And then there is my stalker. And my stalker also befriends Lindsay and Lori. And Lindsay, the producer that is there,
right? We see the way that she's describing it, right? She befriends these other people, right? She makes it seem like Christina is deliberately right from the beginning is setting out to get after Lauren, right? She is trying to make it seem like Christina saw her from afar, like that this is an actual stalking situation, right? That Christina was obsessed with her and that she insinuated herself in Lauren's life so that she could get to her. That's exactly what she's doing. That's the narrative that she's trying to control here. She's trying to make it seem like Christina had this in mind right from the beginning. What a fucking see you next Tuesday. I have never seen this before. This is way worse than I even realized.
starts doing part-time production work for me during this trial. And my stalker and Lori become friends with Lindsay, along with another woman named Janice. Now, a few things to know about Janice. Janice, I don't know her very well. This is our history, though. She was noticed by me in Daybell Facebook groups early on, years ago. I was in a lot of the Daybell Facebook groups where a lot of information is, a lot of the insider scoops. And she was quite funny. Her posts were very funny and witty. And that I thought that at first. And then her posts turned into what I consider bullying. I know everyone has a different definition of that. It's what I consider bullying. Here are a couple of them posted in groups just to kind of let you know what I saw. Here's something making fun of Colby. And here is one where she's sharing a video titled "Let's Talk About Kay Woodcock." And Kay, this video, luckily it is no longer.
Coming from this bitch who had Megan Connor on her podcast without even bothering to check who Megan Connor was or if she had any real facts about the family. Please fuck off, Lauren.
On the web, but it defamed Kay Woodcock and lied about her and essentially implied that she was complicit in her grandson's murder.
How? Where's the truth? All you're showing us is a screenshot of a... Like, where's your proof?
And that she didn't do it not. It was a very cruel video.
God, she's in the middle of the cruelest video that I've ever witnessed. She's not even in the middle. She's at the very bitter beginning.
Kay is a victim in this case. Her brother and 7.
Kay is a victim in this case. Not sure if you guys realize that. I wish I had everything to my fingertips because I would now then post up Kay's statement about Lauren and about how Lauren exploited her family at the worst time of their life so that she could get fame and fortune on the internet. Hi, Walela. Nice to see you.
7-year-old boy were murdered.
Yes, it is, right?
And people are doing videos about her. And
shut up, Lauren. God, I dislike her so much. Kim Stole My Fish Soap says it's Sarah Boone allocution level of audacity. It truly is. It truly is. This woman is a proper piece of work.
Janice liked to advertise those videos, and she was a mod in those videos, a moderator. And then again, you saw the other one where she's making fun of a dear friend of mine and another victim who...
Everybody's a dear friend to Lauren, right? She doesn't have any ordinary friends. Everybody's a dear friend. And Lauren was talking shit about Janice and has been for ages, right? She's very happy to talk shit about Janice. So whatever you might think of this, Lauren is being a total hypocrite because she has done nothing but talk shit about Janice.
Lost his entire family. Okay, so that's good. So those are just a couple examples of why I didn't care for her.
She didn't care for her because Lauren is so ethical and she would never use a victim. She would never say terrible things about victims. She would never exploit a victim. Sorry, she never met a victim she couldn't exploit. Sorry, misspoke.
whatever. Everyone has their own opinions. She might be a really wonderful person, and I believe that Janice is a complex person, and that she's very. I don't want anyone to go.
She believes that Janice is a complex person. So Lauren is a very she's a very big and a very forgiving person.
And bully her if you know who she is. She's probably a very wonderful, wonderful person, but she wasn't my cup of tea. Okay, let's leave her alone. But that's my history with her. So I continue to notice these types of posts and rhetoric that Janice would use that maybe people think are funny. Again,
define rhetoric. Tell us what rhetoric is, Lauren. What's rhetoric? What's rhetoric, Lauren? Do tell.
That's fine. It wasn't my cup of tea. I told my friends privately, in private, that I thought she was a bully and that she was insensitive to victims. This is my personal opinion that I'm allowed to have.
But then why did you apologize so painstakingly about how much you love her? Wait, no, I'm confusing things. Sorry. I'm confusing Christina. Sorry.
And then Janice and I officially met in person at the Lori Daybell trial in Boise, Idaho in 2023. And I attempted there to try to put our differences aside and focus.
She hasn't mentioned that she dated Janice's brother. Just saying.
Focus on what matters, justice. And I let her know that, you know, we might be on the different political sides of the aisle, Janice, but what we both care about is justice.
She let her know that. She let Janice know that. She did. She let Janice know that. And then later, she let Janice know that she thought she was a bully and she was threatened by her.
And so we were friendly at the trial. Although I did notice while at that trial that she continued filming Larry and Kay Woodcock during vulnerable moments, making shorts about them.
Again, if I just had the fucking things at my fingertips, we could now be watching the video where Lauren is at the memorial for JJ and Tylee, and she is so busy shoving her microphone into Kay's face so that she can then post a video so everybody knows that she is special, close, personal friends.
That were unkind in nature and that would make most people uncomfortable. Additionally, that person you heard says that I randomly lived with her brother. That's Janice.
I don't know.
A big rumor out there is that I lived with Janice's brother, who was my doctor when I was like 29 or 30. I never have. I've never even kissed the guy. I don't know where that rumor started, but just, you know, it's going around to several people.
Why is she talking the way she's talking? Please, somebody explain to me why she thinks she's so got anything to be smug about here. Because, my God.
Lori is from California, and Lori was attending the trial because of her interest in the case. I love it when people interested in a case attend a trial. And then in a strange turn of events, my producer Grayson, this is strange, but my producer Grayson, Lori is the wife of my producer Grayson's California dentist and is someone who works in the dental office in California. But to clarify, when I met Lori, I didn't even know Grayson.
She's talking about your husband, Dental Lori.
This wasn't even a thing then, but wild, right? Just let's continue. So May of 2024, I am asked by a well-known public figure that I really respect if I know a good podcast producer. And I tell them, yes, I do. And I introduce this person to Lindsay. And I encourage Lindsay to connect with this person. And she seems super happy.
This is Annie Elise she's talking about, right? Am I right about that? Somebody, can you confirm? I think people, I think so.
And the two connect. And I am super happy for them.
Super happy.
And then on June 8th, so June 8th,
Lindsay's the person that she ended up sending a cease and desist to, yeah?
2024, my stalker puts me in a group chat, which includes my stalker, Lindsay and Lori. June 18th, 2024, my stalker.
How awful. How could she? How very dare she put you in a group chat and try to introduce you and get you to be in her friend group? What a psycho.
Is driving through my...
Right? She's literally trying to narrate this as though Christina was like taking deliberate steps to get close to Lauren so that she could then stalk her, presumably.
My hometown, and she is asking to come visit. And so I take her kids to the neighborhood pool.
Again, right? She's asking to come visit. I don't know if that would be how Christina would characterize that, because I haven't asked her about that and I wasn't there. But if you believe Lauren's characterization of this is what she wants you to believe, right? That Christina is creeping ever closer to her so that she can do her ill. She's trying to make it look like Christina has made all of the overtures and has done all of the inviting, right? And that's not how people like Lauren work, right? People like Lauren are predators, and they go and seek out people like Christina to make themselves look good by being friends with people who are beautiful and talented and all the rest of it, right? So I'm just saying, I wasn't there. I don't know who phoned who. I don't know who made the invite. I don't know anything about that. But I would just suggest that you don't believe that Lauren's version of events is true just because she says it is.
July of 2024. I have now officially hired Lindsay as a producer, as an independent contractor. It's more full-time. And we have daily production meetings in the morning along with John. And she is helping to produce my podcast episodes. She explains she is going to also work for this said public figure that I connected her to.
Oh, God, shut up. She's so boring. Colette says, anytime I think about the unpaid invoice and cleaning reminder auto texts for the dentist, that was honestly one of the things that made me maddest in this whole entire story, was the way that Grayson talked about getting billed for services that she already received in good faith, that she characterized that as being stalked by her dentist. Just the most tone-deaf idiocy you can imagine.
And that she thinks we can pull off working for both. I tell her, okay, I am super happy that she has this upcoming gig with this public figure.
But it's all that, right? Summer says, it's interesting to me how she twists the details to position herself as a professional who's in high demand. Yeah, everything is, it's a very carefully crafted network or narrative. She is clearly trying to position herself as as the professional, and that all of these people are coming to her. Yeah, and well connected. Exactly. High demand and well connected, that she can get these people jobs, that she can hire and fire them, that she can, do all this stuff, right? She's the professional, and these are just public people. They're just the public. Yeah. It's all designed to put her in the right and Christina in the wrong. All of it. And to position herself as this public figure that Christina was looking up to and wanting a piece of, kind of thing, right?
That is a wonderful person, and I tell her so. Lindsay and I decide to cover the Alec Baldwin trial in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And due to concerns of cost, Santa Fe ain't cheap. It's expensive.
Yes.
Lindsay recruits my stalker and Lori to share an Airbnb with us to help keep down the costs. And then I tell John this, and he's reassured. I say, look, we've got a couple of trial people I met at a trial, these trial goers that are going to come with us and help to keep down the cost of this larger Airbnb in Santa Fe. July 10th, 2024, in the morning of July 10th.
She was just trying to keep costs down because she's very careful about her money. She doesn't want to upset John with her spending.
July 10th was a big day. I'm outside of the courthouse of the Alec Baldwin trial, and I interview I interview several people that day, so I don't want anyone confused. There are 3 lives that day. I don't want anyone, but one of the many people I interview live on camera that day is my stalker.
So you can find her if you go look on my channel. You will be able to find my stalker, who I am not identifying, but if you go look on my channel, you can find her.
And I introduce her as a fan of my podcast, A Hidden Gem. I personally did not think it went great for content. No harm, no foul. It happens. And then that day continues of July 10th, 2024. And at this time, my ex-contractor, who was my then contractor and friend. So my contractor at the time of July 10th, 2024, she is streamed.
This is so interesting. And the way she tells it, it's so engaging. Wow. Is there anything she can't do?
The Alec Baldwin trial live on our YouTube channel for us, while I am in the media room at the courthouse covering it.
Aw, this just makes my heart feel sad. That's a comment from Colby saying all love here for you guys. Because he's a sincere person and he thinks that they are sincere people. And it's another reason to hate this woman, right? Because she's victimizing Colby right now as she's doing this, right? Someone who has already lost more than any of us can ever conceive of, and she's allowing him to support her lies publicly. If that's not exploiting victims, then I don't know what the fuck is. Reminds me of Megan saying, about Colby, that I will always be kind to Colby. He has lost more than anyone. What I won't do is what he asked me to do, which is shut the fuck up about his family. This is how much they care about victims, these two. It's so disgusting.
And she's there. And I reach out to this ex-contractor, again, my contractor at the time, let's clarify that. I reach out to my contractor who's live streaming the Alec Baldwin trial. And I ask how things are going with the streaming. I discuss work in a text with this ex-contractor, then contractor. And I explained that I like this press room for the moment before heading to the courtroom because, and I'm going to say this verbatim, this is what my text says to her, quote, "It's space from roommates. One of them is kind of annoying." This contract worker then asks if it was the one I had on a live that morning in front of the courthouse. And I explain that it was. The contract worker states back to me in a text message, "Not going to lie, that person is obnoxious. Don't put her on camera again, laughing face emoji." I agree. And I say she is constantly anxious, loud, and worried. End quote. A very private work conversation in a text message.
Right, but you didn't say any of those things to Christina, right? You hired her on and pretended to like her and talked shit about her behind her back and didn't approach her to address any of the issues, right? You talked shit about her instead of addressing whatever you saw as the problem. And now you want us to think that you're a victim because you were too immature to address your contract worker in a straightforward manner. So I don't feel sorry for you, Lauren, because you don't know how to handle your employees, because you should know if you're running a business. You should do better than you have done.
Message. July 10th, 2025, that evening, the contract worker calls me and unexpectedly and angrily quits on me, and also ends our relationship for good, as in is never going to talk to me again and is going to block me. She accuses me of several things. She worked for me, but we were also...
What did she accuse you of? Interesting that you're not going to tell us what she accused you of, right? The accusation, how dare she accuse you? But what did she accuse you of, Lauren? Do tell.
very close friends. And after this phone call, I try not to, but I start crying.
No, she tried not to cry, but she did.
And Lori,
Hard.
Lindsay, and my stalker, who are my roommates in this Airbnb, they comfort me. And I am embarrassed and I keep apologizing for crying. And I am grateful for their kindness. In fact, it was a very traumatic moment for me. And I guess I can...
What is she talking about? I'm a little bit lost. What is she talking about? Isn't she just saying that Christina was comforting her? Was it not Christina that she said was annoying? I'm lost.
I am still grateful for their kindness in that moment. And that kindness that they showed me made me open up even more to them in the coming months, because they were there for me during a very traumatic moment.
And then I decided to try to get them arrested and thrown in prison because they knew the truth about me.
The end of July 2025, I hire my stalker. It was Lindsay's suggestion to do podcast episode artwork for me. She's a very talented artist, my stalker.
And
And this continues.
see, she doesn't tell lies every single minute. Sometimes she tells the truth. Christina is a very talented artist.
For months. In October of 2024,
Yeah, HMS Gen X lady says, I think Christina said she was comforting her from fallout with former friends. Yeah, I just got lost in the narrative there a little bit. Yeah, she loves calling things traumatic. Yeah, it was very traumatic for her. It was extremely traumatic to be told that someone doesn't like her. How traumatic. Awful. Awful.
I cover a trial, as many of you know, in Delphi, Indiana, with Lindsay. And I am paying Lindsay daily to be there for me.
You were paying Lindsay. You just were in the past tense, and now you've lapsed into the present tense. Don't do that. It's annoying.
In my opinion, I was paying her well to be there for me daily. And I'm also paying, it's an all expense paid work trip. I am paying for all of her lodging and all of her food and everything she needs to work for me.
You're not paying for her, dude. You hired her. Like, fuck off with that. I paid for everything. She's working for you. It's a business expense that you can write off on your taxes. So do please fuck off with that.
My stalker flies out to attend as public for a couple of days and pays me to stay in my Airbnb.
What is with the attend as public nonsense? Why does she keep saying that? Right? Like, what?
That I had. And she takes photos of me outside of the courthouse in Delphi, Indiana for my podcast.
She was traumatized by the maternal instinct video. It's very traumatic for her. That's true. Lest we forget. Lest we forget.
I did not pay her for these photos. It's an additional free gift for me. I buy her dinner. I confide in Lindsay, admittedly, that it is harder to work.
Please stop pretending that you personally did anything for Christina. You're an employer and you're paying her business trip expenses. This is extremely normal. Quit trying to pretend that you're a nice or decent or kind or generous person and that you did any of that just out of the kindness of your heart. Because nobody is fucking buying it, Lauren. We're not adolescents. We're all grown-ups and we understand how businesses and business expenses work.
When my stalker is around, she seems kind and is very generous, but it's just a lot. And after my stalker flies home, I temporarily go home as well for Halloween.
Troublemaker Baker was just posting up there that Annie Elise has been a great friend to this channel. There's a good shot. Oh, I'm gonna need a screenshot, people. I got a screenshot this. Yeah, Annie Elise has been a great friend to the channel, and then you went and stole her scripts. So Lauren's not super nice to her friends. Just saying. I might have to do that again. Sorry, I don't think I saved it in the right place. Sorry. Oh no, it's okay. I can cancel it. Sorry. It's just such a great it's just such a great pause. Here we go.
Because I need to trick or treat with my little boy.
No.
But I do decide that I need to go back to Delphi, Indiana. While I am gone, Grayson, who you guys now know as my producer, Grayson, takes notes for me in the courthouse while I'm gone. She does an incredible job, a hell of a job.
Incredible.
Couldn't have done them better myself. I didn't do them as good as she did them those 2 days.
She couldn't have done them better herself. Have you guys seen her notes? There's another good one. I'm gonna be busy screenshotting here all day. Never gonna get anything done. Yeah, have you seen Lauren's notes? Lauren's notes consist of big scribbles and a bunch of her signing her name, and also very cryptic things like delete sock, stuff like that.
It was gone. And I begin paying Grayson for freelance work.
Oh, she
including those notes.
Grayson. Oh, she paid her for those notes. She paid her
I
for
then,
those notes.
back in Delphi, I start noticing a lot of red flags. And these are red flags for me. They might not affect everyone. Some people might not think.
Right? She's literally stolen Christina's narrative, right? Christina's story, which is that her whole channel was like, tell me about, red flags in a friendship that you ignored. So she's literally coming over here with her 300 25,000 followers and getting her story in first.
think the red flags, other people think maybe I misinterpreted them. It doesn't matter. These are red flags that affected me and concerned me and the way that I work and the way I function.
Me. It's all about me. Me. Lauren Matthias.
One of them was that Lindsay wanted Grayson to stay in a separate Airbnb than the one I had with plenty of room. And Grayson was working for me. She was young. She was alone. And I was paying for the lodging.
Right? You have literally just explained to us how you are completely enmeshed with your young employee. So don't try to now pretend that you give a fuck about protecting young Grayson, because you clearly do not, or you would not have dragged her into this shit in the first place. You lying sack of lies, Lauren Matthias.
And that was a concern to me. I suggested maybe the Lindsay get her own hotel if she needed space, and that upset her too. I just couldn't figure this out. It was a dynamic that was hard for everyone. It's just what, and like I said, she likely had her reasons too. It's fair. But I had my reasons, and this was becoming uncomfortable for me. Another thing I learned.
It was very uncomfortable. Lauren does not care to be uncomfortable. People. It's not fair on Lauren. She was very uncomfortable.
What Lindsay did was take my phone, and without my permission, she logs into YouTube Studio and learns how much I am making that month. And she shares this with Grayson.
Is that true? Anybody? Do we know if this is true or if she is just making shit up? Sorry, I'm just posting stuff without even looking at it. Christina should sue Lauren. I believe that many people are of that opinion. Certainly, it seems like she would have a case. I mean, she has been told straight up, right, that she lost work. Not to mention that there's what you call defamation per se, which is when you accuse someone of a crime, right? When you publicly accuse someone of a crime. So it doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to lose work or have effects on your personal life. You don't necessarily have to prove that, right? If someone has lied and accused you of committing a crime that you didn't, that's considered defamation per se. And we all know that that's exactly what Lauren did.
Something else made me uncomfortable. And there were a few other things. Lindsay is also working for another creator while I am paying for her to be there working for me full time. And I'm paying all of her expenses. And she is passing off material that I requested her to collect to other creators to be used for other shows.
Again, I don't know if any of this is true, and I can't refute it, but I mostly just assume that Lauren is either lying or she's constructing the narrative in such a way that it makes her look like she's a victim or like she's a saint, either one. So I don't have all of the receipts for everything, but everything she says is with a grain of salt for me because of who she has proven herself to be.
These were things that made me uncomfortable. I'm not even teach their own. Maybe there's a misunderstanding. Doesn't matter. They were things that made me uncomfortable. There were other red flags for me, personal red flags. Once we are back from Delphi, I decide to terminate things with Lindsay after the Delphi trial ended. I ended things very nicely and respectfully. She's very talented. And I realized that I needed someone exclusive. Someone after experiencing what I did in Delphi with, realizing that she was a contract worker and that she was sharing.
Oh, shut up, Lauren, for fuck's sake. Sophie Myers says Lauren has forfeited the right to the benefit of the doubt. And I think that's very well said. And it's absolutely true. And I did not see Christina this morning, but I am planning to watch Andy Copes' live later because I understand it was fire.
And help.
Did everybody, a lot of you did see last night, were you over at the Experts channel where he was discovering in real time about all of this, and all of the people involved except for Lauren and Grayson were in the chat, and his mind was being completely blown live on YouTube. It was pretty fun.
Helping other creators that, I realized that Hidden True Crime needed someone exclusive, like an exclusive producer that didn't want to.
I realized, like, why do you have to say it like that? My God, she's so off-putting in every way. The grandiosity just leaks out of her, even when she's trying to seem humble.
Want to work for multiple people. And so
The Expert's channel is called The Expert. And he was very, very, very personable and very funny, and he handled it all with aplomb, and he was absolutely delightful. And everybody was there, and we all subscribed because he had to subscribe to be able to chat, right? So he gained a whole bunch of subscribers, and I believe people were emailing him all kinds of stuff to catch him up. So he was fun, and I do believe he's one of us, honestly. He was there watching he was watching the 9-hour live through Jolene's roast of it. And somehow somebody, not sure who it was, maybe it was this Idaho mom. Somebody was there and sent out the link to everybody else, and it got sent out and sent out and sent out. And before you knew it, we were all there. It was pretty fun.
So I told her that I was excited for her to work with this other larger podcast.
So she lied to her instead of being upfront with her.
And this public figure. And here is the termination letter. I want you guys to see it. I want to show it so that I need people to know. And it's very small. So let me see if I can get it and read it. I need to go, okay, I can read it.
He hasn't got the Where's Waldo glasses yet, so.
Read it larger. I say, after an update on our working relationship. December 2nd, 2024. After careful and deliberate consideration and after reflecting upon the changing dynamics as you work for other true crime podcasts, John and I realized that it will be too difficult to navigate conflicts of interest and that we need any current or future employees we hire to work exclusively for Hidden True Crime. We had high hopes that this could work, and we love having you on board, and you have had such a positive impact upon our channel. We feel incredibly lucky that we are recipients of your work during a transitional period of career where you have had so many options in the true crime arena. We are particularly impressed with your move into such an important role working for Redacted. Yet, as we have been reflecting upon the complexities of sharing a producer, we have come to a difficult but clear realization that that in this true crime space, any producers HTC hires will need to work exclusively for Hidden True Crime to avoid issues.
She already said that, right? Why is she saying it exactly the fucking same again?
Issues around privacy, share.
Carolina Hurtado, subtext has the whole timeline videos. Andy shared it. Is that the same person? I'm not sure. Same person as what? I'm not sure if we're talking about The Expert. I'm a little bit lost, Carolina. Sorry.
Sharing content and information across channels or podcasts, which greatly concerns us. As I have always stated, your desire to work with Redacted is an incredible opportunity that you should take advantage of. And we are thrilled for your exceptional talents being recognized with such a major talent.
So she was just lying and buttering her up and fluffing her up and everything so that she didn't have to face, the awkwardness of letting somebody go, basically.
Your absence undoubtedly will create a much bigger workload for us once again, which we do not look forward to. So we know that your efforts will be sorely missed. And we know, however, that the growth and experience you'll receive will be unique and provide a rare opportunity for you. I'm proud of you for this.
This is literally, the only reason she's reading this out is to show everybody what an amazing and thoughtful boss she is and how she really does think of everybody else and their careers and all the rest of it, right? There's no need to read all of this out. It doesn't actually add anything to this narrative except that it's making Lauren look good in some way. There's no other reason to read this
Opportunity. Go show them how amazing you are. I'm sure we will see you on the Apple podcast charts very soon, and that we hope our friendship and true crime combos can continue. And who knows, if we're lucky, maybe we'll be collaborating later together in the future once the opportunity presents itself. Always my best, Lauren.
Always my best? What the fuck does that mean?
And so,
yes, Lauren.
I later, just so you know, one other aspect of this.
Move it along.
Months and months later, I did send Lindsay a cease and desist. I had heard that she.
What did you hear, Lauren? What did you hear?
Had been saying some things that I consider defamation to several of my professional contacts. One text that was sent to me stated that I went psycho on her and that I am manic. And other things from another creator that Lindsay was saying about me. Things that
You sent her a cease and desist because she said things about you, but nobody sent you a cease and desist for saying things about your other contractor that you said was annoying and loud and nervous and problematic. Nobody sent you a cease and desist for saying that. So why do you think that Lindsay deserved a cease and a desist for saying that she doesn't like you and you're manic? You've literally just given away the game right there, Lauren.
were not true.
You're an idiot. Yeah, and they were true though, right? The fact that you say they're not true and you don't tell us what the things were, again, it's a manipulation, right? We're supposed to just take your word for it, because the only things that you're going to show us are the things that make you look good. Or that you think make you look good, because that letter did not make you look good. It made you look like a stupid bitch, honestly.
Sent her that cease and desist and requested that simply she cease and desist about speaking about her time as my.
You didn't request that she simply cease and desist. You threatened her with legal action if she didn't stop exercising her right to free speech. So please fuck off, Lauren. And you did it for free because you have a lawyer brother that can go and bully people on your behalf and it doesn't cost you anything. So again, I would like to invite you to fuck all the way off, Lauren Matthias.
My producer. I feel like this sets the stage for everything else to come. When my life then becomes a living hell for my entire family.
Her life becomes a living hell for her entire family. Summer says, I loved the part when she talked about Summer doesn't like me, then twisted because I shared hard truths. Sharing truths is not the reason Summer doesn't like you, Lauren. Yeah, we've all seen the reason Summer doesn't like you, and we have joined forces with Summer, and we don't like you either because you're a nasty piece of work, and you joined forces with the lying liar, Megan Connor, to smear an entire family so that you could get clicks and relevance on the internet. You dumb biatch. Sorry, but that's exactly who you are, little Lauren.
So let's fast forward to April 9th, 2025, when my stalker.
Yes, let's. Yes, let's. This is the day when it all began.
Confronts me in the.
She didn't confront you, Lauren. You were waving at her. Hi, come on over. And reaching out for a big hug. Hi.
Maricopa County Courthouse while I was reporting on the Lori Daybell trial.
The Lori Daybell trial. The trial that would never even have happened if it wasn't for Lauren Matthias. If she hadn't been there for the verdict, there would have been no verdict. I don't know if you guys know that. She is that important. Yeah, according to Christina, this story goes very, very differently.
From there, I'm going to start reading my declarations. I'll add comments where needed. Here we go.
Okay, we are at 58 minutes and 45 seconds. I said I was going to go an hour, but this seems like a good place to stop. And then I have, next time we'll pick up with the declarations, because I need to hit the ladies' room again. And also, yeah, I feel like I've been going for a while. I need to get the dog home and feed him and everything. So thank you, all you fun people, for joining me today. It's much less painful with all your company, honestly. I literally don't think I could watch it without this. It's the same with Megan's book, right? You can't, it's not readable, right? You need to have company. You need to have company and the support of friends to get through these people. So HMS Gen X lady says, it frustrates me that she wants so much sympathy for supposed meanness to her, but she goes so hard on those she covers. It's so hypocritical. Yeah, I mean, if she ain't a hypocrite, she ain't nothing at all. Honestly, she's just, she's an awful person. Lauren Matthias and her brother attorney offered Christina a plea deal. Yeah, right. Stop making TikToks and stay off the internet. So hilarious, right? She's so embarrassing. Like she thought that she had that kind of control, that she could tell Christina to stay off the internet. I love her for being so stupid. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Summer, Amazingly True, Unused Baron Area, Carolina Hurtado, HMS Gen X Lady, all you lovely people. Thank you so much. I will love you and leave you until I'm taking the day off tomorrow. I'll see you on Thursday, hopefully. Thanks, Suma. Lovely to see you. Glad you could join.